What's up? Let's go. I'll mute my mixer just in case my mixer starts acting up. And I think, as per usual, I'm probably going to go ahead and assemble the jack sockets to the board first. And the easiest way I found to keep everything in order is just to kind of align them ahead of time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll try to. If I got to readjust them, wouldn't be the first time. I've got to put in 10 jack sockets on the face panel. So that is what I'm doing now. I'll show you. I'm going to show you guys like on the TikTok cam as I'm in each stage, because I know you can't see what I'm doing with my hands, but I also I'm using my ring light, and I'm using a mixture of equipment. My old tripod, and because the ring light has a camera, a vertical camera mount, I'm using the ring light on that tripod instead of the one that came with it, which is this tall one. And so I can set it on my desk. And it's nice, but at the same time, it also prevents you from seeing what I normally like you can normally see what I'm working on. And the only way you can do that is if I hold it like up in my face. And that's uncomfortable. But the YouTube stream, you can actually see directly. It's a down view, so if you are interested in seeing that view, you can, but you don't have to. Again, I'm just using TikTok as a body double to get me to work, because I was putting this off. I was like, oh, I'll just wait till tomorrow's stream and do that one, and then put this one off till a later date. And the only reason I broadcast these ones is because sometimes I substitute components, right? And when you do that, I have such a bad short-term memory. Great long-term, but my short-term, it's not there. And so right after I've built it, I forgot everything I did. And it's good for me to have that record, because it's like I can go back and say, well, it messed up and why. Well, it messed up because you used this and this and this instead of, or where you should have, or whatever. And sometimes it's even simpler than that. I'll notice that I forgot something. Like just watching myself put it together, very useful. So if you're learning electronics, it's something you don't even have to stream it. Just record what you're doing, and you can play yourself back. It's really useful for diagnostics. But I live stream it because some people just like watching it. Apparently I have a soothing voice sometimes, on occasion. I don't know what that feels like to be on the listening end of it, because I usually mute. I can't stand my own voice. So I'll read the caption. I'll read the caption of my own video. I gain more from watching anyway. Half the time I'm listening to music. We are nearly done populating the jack sockets, and I can just set that to the side afterwards. I saw, what is that? That was This Old Tony posted a video I still haven't had a chance to watch yet. I don't know if you guys follow him or not. He does hobby machinist stuff in the garage, and I love it so much. It's amazing. He's entertaining. He's really funny. But anyway, I saw he posted a video and I had a chance to watch it. I haven't had a chance to catch up on social at all. So you guys that have been sending me videos, I know Static has sent me a few, and Chico, I think that's how it's pronounced. If it's wrong, I apologize. Has sent me videos. I have not had the chance to watch them yet. So this snips together like so. Come on, come on, you can do it. I believe in you. So now we have a dual buffered multiple, the jack sockets. Now, here's the thing. Before I go and do all of this, there's still a lot of population left to do. So that'll be the last thing. Instead, we'll pop that off, and this can sit over to the side. So we're going to start populating this board next. And there's not really a lot to it. So we need 100 ohms as a start. I think I've got just the thing. I got a whole bunch of 100 ohms. Boop. I had to check over my shoulder every now and then because I have been notorious to zone, like get in the auto zone and forget about my YouTube chat, which is over my shoulder rather than in front of my face. But I'll show you guys once I get the resistors. You're not really gonna miss out on the visuals unless you just really like watching it. But as to what it looks like, I'll hold it up like as I do each stage. I usually do. But this is, again, what I'm building now. All right, I can already do some kind of funky stuff with the MIDI muso, right? Like I can do a 4-note polyphonic, which means basically just I can play 4 notes at one time, or I can sequence up to 6 different mono channels, which is really cool and all. But what if I want to press one key and play like a kind of a chord, you know, like play multiple notes all with one key? Well, that's what this is for. This, you put in one signal and you get 4 copies out. So I can send one CV to change the pitch, like up and down, make it sound high, low, whatever. That's what your notes are. And then I can use the gate into the other side of this thing, which mutes it on and off. So like when you press a key, it makes noise, versus when you let go of the key, it mutes it. And boom, the dual buffered multiple can send four CV outs and 4 gates out, you know, and that's really useful because then I can play 4-note chords, right? R12 isn't labeled. Oh man. What is R4? Is that a 10 meg ohm? I don't have a 10 meg ohm resistor. Have you lost your mind? Oh. Dual buffered multiple. This is tragic. I don't have a 10 meg ohm resistor, and I don't even know what this blank one is. R12. Where's the schematic? I need the schematic file. What am I getting? These are, you can get this like on the page wherever you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, FB1 is silkscreen. R12 is, hey, I got a first run. What? That's kind of cool. I got a first run. So this is a 1K resistor. That's right. Yo, that's kind of cool. I got the first run of this module. That's kind of a geeky moment right there, because think about it. No telling how many runs have been made, and I managed to get one of the first runs. I'll take it. Let's go. So while I'm looking at we know that's a 1K, I'm going to go ahead and put all the 1Ks in and show you what I'm talking about. Right here, this one resistor doesn't have a value on it. Now that's cool to me because that's kind of a goof, right? Goofs in the future, there's something nostalgic about them. You can be like, yeah, I remember that. FB1 is 10 ohm. Okay. Well, I don't have that right in my face. So let's find 10 ohm, shall we? 4.7. Here's the 10 ohm. Ironically, I have a whole bag of them right in. I knew I needed 10 ohms for something. So there's a bunch of these right here in my face. But these are actually a little bit better than I want. These are 1%. 1% tolerance. Most of the time, they're 5%. So I don't know if that really makes a difference, but the fact that it calls for a 10 ohm, it's getting a 10 ohm with a 1% tolerance. So that'll be pretty much 10 ohms. It makes me want to put my meter on it to see exactly what it is, but I don't really want to take that. I need 2 of those. Why did I put that up there? I don't really want to take that extra time, you know? Let's go. Give me another one. I didn't realize there was 2 of them needed, but there is. Anyway, quirkiness about boards always seems to add some intrinsic value. If that is that the right word? Maybe. I hope so. I don't have a 10 meg ohm. What in the heck does it? Why does it need a 10 mega ohm? The 10 meg ohm is not even in the schematic. Where is it? That's 100, 1K, 100R, 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 100R. So it's using, okay, the TLO74 is using 4 of the op amps for the buffered multiple because it's a quad. And then the TLO72, the reason it's got a TLO72, that's a dual op amp. It's for the LEDs. One for each LED, and it gets a copy of the signal. And that's literally all it's doing. I can't show you the schematic. It's like on my screen. There's 2 10 ohms and 2 10 microfarad capacitors. There's 6 100 nanofarad capacitors, but I don't even see the one. There is no 1 mega ohm resistor in this schematic over here. That's wild. Forgive me, I'm trying to figure out why that's even there. It's not, it's connected to ground. And then it's connected to a TLO74. Yeah, it's connected to pin 8? No, that's pin 5. Pin 5 of the TLO74. Oh, there's 2 10 meg ohm resistors going to ground. Why such a high value? I don't have that value. I wonder what would happen if I were to put in a 1.5 meg ohm. I wonder if that would hurt it any. I don't think so. That's a that's a lot of difference though. Oh, mercy me. Let me Google this, see if somebody else has done this module already. If somebody else has done the module, there might be. Why did I, of course I ran into something. I just had to run into something. That's every build. There's always this one little doohickey. You know what I have tempted to do? I'm really tempted to put in a 1.5 mega ohm and leave it. There's nobody's done anything like this. Okay, cool. This is why it's live stream. This is why it's live stream. So for the record and for the future me, R2 and R1 are 10 mega ohm resistors from pin 5 of the TLO74 to ground, and I'm replacing it with a 1.5 mega ohm. That's the biggest I've got. We'll know if it works. It's pretty easy to tell when it works. I'm gonna check. I might accidentally have something. No, I don't have nothing. That's a big value. So the biggest thing I've got is a 1.5 mega ohm. I already know that's the biggest I've got. Ooh, heavens. Why so much resistance? It's not. Are you really trying to stop that much signal to ground? It's not receiving enough video. I'm so sorry, YouTube, that you're experiencing buffering. That's a shame. There's nothing I can do about it. On and on we go. But we are building a dual buffered multiple, so maybe YouTube is buffering because I'm dually buffered. I don't know. That's a lot of buffering. But 1.5 mega ohm into R1, which is supposed to be 10 meg, or it calls for a 10 meg. Electronics are a little more forgiving than you would think. Being honest, like they're really a lot more forgiving. So 1.5 into 10 meg, 1.5 into 10 meg R2. And I do apologize that I couldn't accept the guest invite. It's something I can't really do. I can't multitask like that. So that's what it will look like. I'm just going to put some molten solder on all of that. Let's go. Grab from my handy dandy handy dandy reel. Wipe off the old though. That'd be a good idea. You don't want to. I always put old, or rather, I put some on my soldering pencil before I put it up, and that way it doesn't oxidize the tip quite as easily. In fact, this tip still looks brand new after having it for about 2.5 years now. I would say I'm very satisfied with it. Soon may the weatherman come. It is a weather. Not a weatherman, but it's a weather. But anyway, so this journey of building this modular synth has been quite a long one and a fun one too. The whole time I'm learning new stuff. The old electronics that I knew feels like toddler stages, not gonna lie. Like now that I'm over here looking at this stuff, I'm looking back at the stuff I was doing going, that was so easy compared. Like, yo, but you were so excited because I go back and I watch those videos and I was so stoked over this like real simple doohickey. I don't even remember what I think it was an oscillator I had built and then a VU meter. I was so thrilled. But I enjoyed every minute of it and I learned a lot. And now I'm over here building like musical synthesis modules, some of which I have designed, some of which I bought. The Kosmo modules are all Sam's and I bought those. But I've built the VCO module, I've built a mixer module, and I've built a multiple module. It's not a dual buffered multiple, it's just a multiple. It literally, I've got a bunch of op amps to multiply a signal the same way this one does. It's a different schematic and different layout, but it's not finished yet, so it doesn't even have a PCB design yet. I was going to build one specifically. Where's my clippers at? Oh, they're behind this. They're behind the ring light. I was going to build that module to extend the outputs, but I haven't actually decided if I want to put that into production, so it's just files right now. The VCO is an actual PCB. It's, you know, in the rack. We looked at it. And speaking of that, PCB, any of you guys who were there and saw the LED driver, the dimmer driver that I built for my kid's bunk bed, I finished designing it and everything, and I put it into production. The PCB version is on the way, being made rather. I don't remember what stage it's at. It is like pretty, I can check, hold on. I want to know. Soon may the weather. Dang, some of those resistors don't have magnetism. What's going on? So the ones that don't have magnetism are probably the cheap ones. El Cheapo. All right, its production progress is they are working on the solder mask. It is 46% done. The next stage will be the silkscreen, then the hot air solder leveling, the electrical test, profiling, V-cut scoring, final inspection, and then out for delivery. So probably another week. But when it gets here, that will be fun because we'll get to test the design. And that design is available on in the shared works folder, which is on the link tree at the very top where it says shared works. You can download that and for free. Hold on a 100 nanofarad. Yeah, 100 nanofarad. 104. I need a bunch of 104s. But yeah, I put all of that up on the shared folder already. So the PCB like files and the schematic layout is all there. It can be downloaded. I don't usually like order a production amount of stuff and try to sell it. I'm not trying to make money off of it, but I find when I make something useful, if it works, why not share it? Shit, it doesn't cost me anything to share a design. It didn't take me anything to make it either, you know. But somebody else might say, "Boy, I wish I had an RGB dimmer with some light switches on it, or some switches on it rather. They're not light switches. I guess they are. They are switches for light, but they're not literal light switches. They're switches." So anybody that actually wants one of those designs, they can prototype it. You know, prototyping that thing was $2 for the boards. Like seriously, it was $2. So it was $2 for the control module, and then another $2 for the face panel, because I made a face panel so they snap together like these. I got the idea from these modules actually, and I got all the capacitors installed while we were talking, or while I was talking. You guys, you're probably just yelling at your screen like, shut up, bro. But anyway, the PCBs cost me $7 to get, and it would have cost me 7 for 5, 7 for 10. So I got 10 because I didn't want to get more than 10 in case it was not a very good design or if it didn't get used very much. I didn't want to have like a mess of them. But it cost the same to get 5 or 10, so I figured, well, if it does work, I'm not likely to run through 10 of them, but I am likely to run through 5 of them. So, logically speaking, 10. So I got 10 of them. Ah, I missed that one. Oops. It'd be like that sometimes. I was going to finish coloring my hair, but taking the advice of the lady that gave me that colors app, which worked amazing, I'm gonna stick with the advice that told me to wait an extra day before trying to bleach my roots. So that's what's gonna happen there. I'm giving it an extra day. I will trust that lady. They handed me some stuff and said, use this, it'll work. And I got home and I used this and it worked, and I said, oh man. I don't normally take advice from random strangers, but you know what? When the lady is standing in front of you going, I know how to get rid of gray hair, don't you? I mean, that's who I want to listen to. Somebody that knows how to get rid of gray hair, because that stuff is hard to cover up, I would think. Oh, these are 14 pin. Dang. Emotional damage. Where's my 14? There's my 14 pin sockets. Need 2 of them. And then I need those 72 and a matching socket. I don't even know which chips are good anymore. It's a box of chips and hoping my phone just vibrated. Oh, monthly subscription. Cool. I need 2 of these. Some op amp. Alright, so, and oh, we also need a 10 pin box setter, a couple of 10 UF caps. Bada bing, bada boom. And I got the LEDs out already. Let's get these caps in there. Why not? Caps are always fun, especially if they blow up. I mean, they work as intended. Capacitors. Now, with the green LED, if we mess up the LED, the bright side is we're out an LED, and that's it. And these TL074s, if we screwed this circuit up for some reason, they're cheap. They're like 30 cents each. I don't want to burn a 30-cent chip, but you know what? I'd rather burn a 30-cent chip than, say, the CEM3340. That's a $20 chip for one. US dollars. It's 15 pounds or 17 pounds, something like that. British pounds. So it's about $20. It cost me $100 bill to build that module behind me. Just the chips, nothing else. Only the chips cost me $100 bill. And I was like, what? Le gasp, le heart stop. Oh, this is expensive. Well, turns out there's also a cheaper version, and it works about as good. So, I don't know. That was a learning experience as well. I will not make that expensive of a learning experience in the future, because that hurts my feelings, you know, when I make mistakes, like touching things that are hot. Anyway, I'm trying to like, I realize I mask a lot on video, and I'm trying not to be quite so masked, because I do laugh a lot more than you would think based off of my YouTube videos. I laugh literally throughout the day, most all day. And a lot of my videos, I'm monotonous, and it's because my voice tone is unfortunately monotonous. But I try to laugh. So if you guys have ever wondered why my YouTube videos are not as entertaining as the TikTok ones, it's because I'm masking on YouTube. I'm not masking on TikTok. I said that out loud. So, you know, do with that information what you will. But yeah, I don't have the need to mask on TikTok. I mask on YouTube because people don't subscribe to the personal life. They subscribe to the tech life. That's what I'm going to tell myself anyway. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. That wasn't a request. Anyway, these pin headers, these box headers are so hard to solder down. They're really, really thick. And even with my heat cranked up as much as it is, I still managed to accidentally bridge connections on those because of the fact that they're so thick. So like the solder doesn't flow immediately. Come on. Do it. There we go. Alright, one left. And we can be, yeah, alright. We can be done with the box header. The box. I actually use Colors app to get rid of all that blue. I'm in transition between blue and pink. You're not supposed to know about that lifestyle. What? Oh, old man. I did that for a while. I cannot say that. I can't read your text out loud. You know this. I'm on YouTube right now live, so I cannot. That's no. I'm laughing because it's true, but I'm also nervously laughing because there's a Is there? I don't even. Oh, I left the screen. What did I do? Just ordered 5-pack of Right on, Scruff. Hey, how's it go? Look at that. See, Scruff could have been in on that. Scruff knows all about that lifestyle, though. I'm not gonna say anything else. Yeah, I've only been banned like freaking 3 times in a row for doing nothing wrong. I don't understand. I'm innocent. I just exist in my own little world of tech stuff. Oh, mercy. I'm not I'm not sure what to do with that. Anyway, I didn't notice anybody was in the YouTube stream, Scruff. I'm so sorry. I got zoned out over here on the TikTok chat. I... oh, yeah, it happens. In fact, it happens so often that at this point I'm not even really fazed by the fact that um, I do it. You know, like I'll look over and be like, oh, yeah. So about that, I wasn't entirely there. Apologies. And I saw your stream, by the way, your drone stream. I enjoyed that. I didn't get to catch it while it was live. I'm not gonna lie, I slept. I was asleep, and I woke up to the notification saying that it had ended, and I said, "Ended? What you mean ended? What time is it? Oh crap!" And yeah, so I ended up sleeping till like it was like 40 minutes after it had ended. That was a tragic day. I was so out of energy. I slept that day away. I worked until 7 a.m. on that LED module, got it ordered, and then crashed. Like after that stream, I told you guys, oh well, either tomorrow or Thursday, I'll get back in here and we'll try to finish up that PCB live, and that didn't work. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to at all. What happened was I crashed and I slept that day away, and then realized, oh, I've got to pick up the kids, and so my brain said get in gaming time. So I gamed all Thursday, and I didn't do anything building related. Nothing got done. I'm just like, all right, that's fine. It'll be all right. Don't worry about it. You'll get it next time, champ. And here we are next time. I got a surprise in the mail today. These modules made it. And I'm still waiting on, again, the modulation station, but it only shipped, I think, on the 3rd. This one got here. I ordered this one on the 22nd of last month. So it takes roughly 2 to 2.5 weeks. So I would give it another week to week and a half, and I'll have the modulation station, which is a new release, and I did not know that. That modulation station, he released it that week I asked him about the LFOs, because it wasn't there before. And then when he got the LFOs in stock, that's when the modulation station popped up, and I said, well, you know what? That's an extra LFO. I was gonna get 3, might as well get 4. What's the difference? Her. So what did I do? I bought the modulation station, and so now I've got 4 LFOs on the way instead of 3. And the only drawback is instead of being like separate modules, it's one big module. So there is I guess there's a slight disadvantage. I mean, I imagine it takes up less space. So I don't know. I'm excited either way. It doesn't matter. I've got the space for it. I intentionally built an oversized rack so that I didn't have to worry about space for a while, even knowing I probably won't be able to fill it. I'd rather have too much room and not use it than not have enough room and wish I had it. So I'm going to show you guys what I've got so far. Hold up. I'm just sticking chips in sockets. Oh, This thing is so easy to build. I figured this one I didn't plan ahead. Like I just impromptu threw it on. Like I want to build this now. I need it now. I want it now. And I'm going to build it now. Whereas the tube, it's kind of an exciting thing because it's a valve distortion circuit. So I figured I would do that one scheduled. So now we have a completed module, and the jack sockets go in next. So that's easy. First, what we want to do is put the LEDs in before we forget those. I say we, I mean me. I'm the one forgetting everything. So they go wherever they go. Where is this hole? There you go. Square is negative. Wait, wrong side. Oh, flip it around. Wrong side of the board. Noob. That would have been tragic. Alright, so we have the LEDs on that, and now this board just kind of plops in like this. There's no magic click because we did the click already. Is it? Yep, it already clicked. So then those LEDs can just fall down in their hole where they belong, like that. Boop. And then you soldered them like that. So let me prop something under it because they're not seated all the way down. You know what? Hold up. I'll use a drawer. I bet it'll fit a drawer. Perfect. Perfect fit. Oh my God. I'll just love it. I love it so much. Let's go. Put them down. Putting the solder. Boo. Boo? What you booing? Are you booing me? Did I do something wrong? Oh my God. I didn't think I did anything. Well, hello, hello. Welcome to the chat. I see you over there on, is that, I can't, it's Arky? Is that how you pronounce that? I apologize if I got it wrong. I see you over there. I'm kind of juggling a couple chats, so if I forget to check one, I apologize. And I'm also, I'm using a lot of solder for this. Alright, so I love it. Let's go. I really wished I had a I have the 1.5 millimeter solder, but I think it's bad. And I don't know how to explain it. It's cold solder joints every time, even with flux. And that sounds like bad solder, just in general. But I'm not an expert on metallurgy, so I don't know. In the meantime, though, I'm just having to use a very large amount of feed of this 0.8 millimeter. It's smoky up in here. Get a nice haze going. Don't breathe the flux. Exhale when you apply. That's what I do. Like I'll exhale as I'm applying the solder. Talking actually does a lot of the work for me. Oops. Let go of my solder reel. I need that. There's only a tip and a sleeve to solder down, so you don't have to do the whole 5-pin on the jack socket. I mean, you can, but unless you're actually using all 5 like pins, there's really no need. That's just overkill and a waste of solder too, which depending on where you're at, is expensive right now, all around. I believe that's everything except for the LEDs. I forgot the LEDs. Give me that. I need that. Put a little there. And a little out. You ever? I got a fuzzy in my eyeball. I got to blink. What? I got to blink and rub my eye. I had a fuzzy. Like my vision went fuzzy for a second. Is that a bad sign? By fuzzy, I mean like it literally blurred. I had to, like a tear. I guess a tear got in my eye. All right, so I believe that's all the way. Let me clip those leads so they don't just stick out. Double check everything. I see no empty holes, and we have completed a dual buffered multiple module, and that's what it looks like. Now we get to make a cable for it. That's the next step. How long do I need this cable? Let's find out. I need to grab the forbidden fruit roll-up, which we do not eat. And they used electric tape. Wow. Why did you electric tape this thing together? They couldn't have used like some regular old basic tape. They had to use electric tape. I guess the logic's there, you know. Electric tape, you know, kinda. Usually that's only for live wires, though. I'm just saying. Now it's got that sticky, gooey residue from tape. What's wrong with y'all? Cello tape would have worked. I got cello tape right in my face. Let's go. You got electric tape all over this thing, and now it's gooey. I hate it. Why? Man, put some cello tape on and call it a day. Or some painter's tape. Painter's tape is even better because it's not as sticky. It doesn't leave a residue as bad. Alright. So now we get to go do this is the most scientific measure method, and that's the, I'm going to hold it up and guess it. You know? That's about right. Something like that. Something along those lines. That seems long enough. Let's grab our skizzers and bloop. All right, if it's not long enough, I have a cable made up already over there. I hope I didn't. If I didn't need to make this, I could have just used that one. Grab some of this here cello tape, you know, because that's the right way to wrap up electrical wires if you want to get them undone again. Oh, that was so bad. It was so sticky. Look, that's so easy to get off now. When I need to get it off, I can just pull on it and it'll go poop and come right off. All right. We need... Where are my IDCs? There they are. And we need the IDC guillotine. I love building these. I don't know why. And they're so simple. There's not really... Oops. Stripey. Okay. I say they're easy and then I second guess what I'm doing right here in my face. Roll. Ooh, roll it back and go again. Dang, I'm running out of... I need to go buy some more of these IDC connectors, it looks like. Running low. And then I need a 10 pin. 10 pin there and back again. Just imagine back in the day though, like nothing but ribbon cable. Ah, so fun. Probably not for repair, but for the aesthetic, you know. Definitely looks really cool. So now we have power. Let's go, the YouTube stream, you guys can hear it, I guess, right? You can't see it, but the TikTok stream's gonna get to see it because I don't feel like turning it off. I'm gonna plug this. Actually, let me test this other. I've got a cable already made up. I think this cable might be long enough. If it's long enough, that'll be even better because that'll just sit right here. Well, look at there. I didn't even need to build an extra one. What? What? All right. Well, I've already built the extra one, so now I've got a backup. Plus, that kind of satisfies a certain amount of OCD because this is a slightly different color. The ribbon cable is ever so slightly different. All right, let's see if it works. Smoke. Well, no, let me put a screw in it so it won't fall down. I don't want to like plug into it and then it fall. That'd be a tragedy. And plug it in, plug it in. If it works, then we'll be ready to go. Like, especially whenever I go to do those chords. I hope it works. It should. The 1.5 mega ohm replacement for the 10 meg is going to be what kills it. I guarantee you. If it's going to die, if something happens, it's going to be that 10 meg ohm. I can almost guarantee you. And the reason I say that is because that's the only thing that I substituted. So before we get all the mounts in, what do we got? Where's my output? Oh. Alright, so that's one oscillator and then two. Alright, so we do control voltage. If we do control voltage out of, oh damn, I gotta patch it in. Alright, so we'll do control voltage out of my MIDI into the VCA. Now that's, there we go. And then we'll go from CV1. Actually, that's the whole thing we were trying to do. We were trying to multiply a signal. So first, we'll plug in to the bottom multiple, and we'll multiply the output of the CV. Right on. So this will be the multiple CV, and then we'll multiple gate. And then from here, we'll test the CV. And then from here, we'll test the gate. And gate is purple. Test gate here. I'm talking about patching in its jokers something. All right. Right on. So we have the bottom LED shouldn't be on right now, but it is. All right, and then now we got to output the audio. That's going so we can actually hear what it's doing. From the VCA back into the filter. Well, the CV isn't working. Why is it not working? You know what, if it needs to be, if it ends up being a pain like that, you know what we could do? I could like gate it directly. But it shouldn't be doing that. It should be off. Like, alright, if I gate it, well, the multiple works. Alright, so there's that. So why is only the gate working? You know what we can do though? That's fine. Fine. You want to be like that? I'll tell you what we can do. We don't even need the pitch. We can just buffer the gate multiple times. Gate both of these. Flip that on. Yeah, perfect. We'll just do it that way. That's cheap, but it works. I think I might have a bad patch cable too. Well, we're already running into a couple of issues, and I don't know if it's a patch cable or if it's the module. Let's see. It's not keying the gate, so yeah. Yeah, one of the gates isn't working. What? I wonder if that's because of there's not enough resistance coming off of that. Oh no, I can hear it now. So one jack socket isn't working. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah. All right, so that's cool. That we need to diagnose that problem. I don't know why that other jack socket isn't working. That's now the next thing is to figure out why the control voltage doesn't work. So let's output control voltage. And then where's my other control voltage? Give me control. Oh, that's fascinating. Yo, hold up. What do we got going on here? What's up? What's up? What is this? Yo, alright. Oh, that's crazy. That sounds so freaking what's up. Let's go. All right. So I've been streaming and I just realized I could have turned my mixer on the stream. So like My mixer could have been live streaming some of that. That sounds so deep and resonant in person, and having a dual buffered multiple now. I was keying up and playing two oscillators at one time with one key. It's like rich is a word. Rich. That's a word I would use. So the next stage tomorrow, about ish the same time, I'm going to be building the safety module. And that's going to be this one. That'll be really fun because that'll add distortion. This is a distortion module. And it does in fact have an actual valve in it. For those of you who did not see that earlier, I'll go ahead and pull it out again. Why not? It's not gonna hurt me any. It just pops in like so. There's a little actual safety valve, and then this goes over the top of it, like so, something like that. So
sorry, I don't know any facts about like that.
I didn't ask you. Big Brother's listening. Oh my God. Hey, can you help me with my synthesizer? I could use some assistance. Hey, adjust those knobs for me and let me handle the keys. It's a lot. I was only using one knob that whole time. I was pressing like a couple of keys and twiddling one knob, and that's a lot, actually. It was doing a lot. And that's satisfying because I could do that all day. It just just all day for no reason. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. So I got to take it apart. Oh, yeah. That's this module. Let's turn Bessie off. Actually, turn Wanda off. Take these screws out. Let's figure out what we did wrong. I'm actually starting to wonder if maybe that 1 meg resistor wasn't that. Well, I mean, the 10 meg resistor was maybe there because it needed a little bit more back resistance. I don't know. I don't really know why. But I'll tell you what I do know. I do know that I know why it didn't work. I know why it didn't work. Why this jack socket didn't work. If you look on the back, I missed the solder pad right here. It's this solder right here on this side. You can see the shiny dot dab here. Shiny dab, nothing. So that's missing. And that was the only one that wasn't working. So we can do a 1.5 mega ohm instead of a 10 mega ohm resistor. But now we have to go and put in that extra molten chip. Yo, don't be sparking and arcing. What you doing? What in the world? That is awesome. I don't know what those are, but 1,000 of them? Geez, that is crazy. What? I don't know a lot about the gift things, not gonna lie. I really don't. But I'm glad we discovered. Well, I say we because I always feel I'm trying to include everybody in this build because you're here, right? You're watching. You made it this far if you're hearing what I'm saying. I just forgot the one solder pad. That was all I did. That was why that one socket didn't work. It wasn't being connected. Well, no problem, buddy. There's you a little bit of molten jubbly, and cover my solder tip back up so it doesn't get oxidized. And that was all. That was the only thing that didn't work was that one socket. And it wasn't even, it was not this fault. It was this fault. This fault, not this fault. And I'm good with that. That's fine. It happens. ID10T error. It's usually the interface between the chair and the keyboard. Usually. So You know what, Scruff? That is a really good point. Is it that time? It is that time. Cool. I've got my flux fumes in the air. Scruff Dog is my friend. He does drone. If you guys like drone footage, look up Scruff Dog on YouTube. He does aerial drone. Uh, I guess it'd be the first person view of the drone as a watcher. I mean, I bet you, Scrub, do you go back and watch your videos? Tell me you go back and watch them on a big screen because those things look so cool. I'm watching them on my TV when you're doing it. So I've got a relatively large screen to see on. I can't imagine being out in the field. You have a small screen. That's is cool. We built us a synthesizer module, and it didn't have any problems that were not readily fixable. That is great. It looks really cool. I'm admiring the artwork on it. It's got artwork all over the front. That's solder mask. Little faces on it and everything. Right. They're blurry on the face cam. If I were to flip the camera, you could see better. But there's like a smiley face and a frowny face down at the bottom. You can see different aspects of. I review them on a 52. Right on. There you go. Dang. Okay, so question. 4K. I have a question about the 4K. Because I was looking at replacing. I have a 32-inch 1080p, but it's blurry in the middle, right? And so I was thinking of replacing it. Do you find that a 1080p 4K is like, what's the difference? Would you say that a 1080p is just as good on a 32 or a 42 as a 4K would be on about that same? It's the size. I'm thinking of the same size. Like a 52-inch TV would probably look better with 4K than a 32 4K, if that makes sense. Because the real estate, I don't know. I've never actually owned a 4K TV, so I don't know. I would like to, but I don't really see the purpose. If I'm able to see my game better, like if it makes me a better gamer, yeah, that seems like an investment, but I don't know that it'll help me. I think I just I need to practice more. I think that's me. I don't think it's the TV. I mean, my TV is blurry, so to be fair, like it does make it hard to see. But I'm just admitting that I'm also in need of some extra practice because I don't play World League play anymore. So my first person gameplay has been kind of off. I like this module. This is such a simple and effective module, and if I need to build one of these extra, I will. But I want to support creators, so I bought as many of the modules as I felt I wanted to, really. Don't tell him. I don't think he watches the live streams. I know, actually, Sam did see my antenna build where I built a ham radio antenna. And I only know that because he told me about it. He's like, I remember seeing your antenna. And I'm like, oh, that was an old video. That's been a minute. I can see the difference in gaming, but so probably a PS4 Pro. It does HDR, but I don't think it would really benefit from 4K. I would need like a PS5 to benefit 4K, you think? So I think I'll just replace my TV with a 1080p because there's no way I'm getting a 4K. I mean a PS5. That the cost of it is so disproportional. Like I'm ashamed to even be a PlayStation gamer anymore. Hardly. I remember when breaking $500 was an insane amount. Now it's like if you want to get a PS5, you think it's like $600-$700, $800. And at that point, I know enough about computers. I could just build me a gaming rig cheaper than that. Damn near it, minus the video card that you can't get your hands on. Oh. Hey, Scruff, maybe it's time that we get into the GPU business. You ever considered that? GPUs aren't that complicated. I say that tongue in cheek. They're only 16 layer boards and microscopic sized under a machine doing it automatically. It wouldn't be all that much of an investment. We could just go meet up with Elon Musk and borrow a few G's. I need to put this module back in the Synth. Let me do that. I'm gonna carry. Well, I can't. Well, I can. I'm gonna do that, but it'll unplug the light. I'm gonna carry my phone with me. Scruff, my voice is going distant. I apologize. I'm carrying people with me. Modular synthesis is. Figured you guys see a side angle. Oh yeah. Join me while I mount this module back in its place. I've got to put the valve, the distortion module is going to need to go. It's going to start looking weird here in a bit because this is an A4, which is imperial, and everything else is metric. Like get in the way. Yeah. I'm over here. I'm just trying to mount this module back into the synthesizer rack, and then I really need to hang the cloth back over it. YouTube still needs to get a tour of the back of this thing, but I want to get the modulation station put in first, because can you imagine 60 centimeter wide, big old panel? Oh, so many jack sockets and so many knobs. You're so far away from me, Scruff. I'm sorry if you can't hear me that well. I literally want to get this done, and I didn't want to end the stream in the middle of talking. But I am going to be ending the live on YouTube here in just a second. As soon as I finish mounting this thing in. Get it plugged in. Plug it in, and test it. I want to test it while it's in my face. It's our friend. Hey, Spicy. How's it going? I just got finished building a dual buffered multiple module. That's all you missed. Which sounds like a lot. Not really. Alright, so this is gate. We want to buffer the gate. So we'll gate here. These are the gates. We'll patch those gates back in. Specifically in the jack we know didn't work. And it now is doing something. So now that that's gated, right on, we got sound. It works. All right, so let's try the second gate. Second gate goes in second slot. Oh yeah, that sounds so nice. All right, so now we got control voltage. We'll put that into this input. That one stays lit, I found out, because control voltage is continuous. This goes here, and this goes here. These are our signal outs. sounds kind of cool. I like that. Ah, no, I love it. That's friggin' dope. I'm loving it. That random power drop when like you can hear the compressor in the house come on from my fridge. All the sound is. Alright, so let's try something else. Let's go from there to the filter gur. Well, we are back to cam audio, and I'm going to bring you guys over here. That was something. All right, so we are back to the workbench. Let's plug it in, plug it in. We managed to build a module and test that module, which was not something I actually intended on doing. Ah, the brightness. Ah, it burns. Oh, it burns. All right, so Scruff, I switched it over to the mixer so you could hear it directly through the mixer. So hopefully the audio improved there for a little while, and maybe there was some good stems or something that could come out of this. Maybe I could go back and maybe there's some juicy like riffs or something that happened. I don't know. I was jamming out. I don't care what it sounded like. It just sounded juicy and thick, and I'm over here just, yeah, let's go, jam, let's go. So I don't know. It was so that multiple made all the difference because I'm over here. You don't like. You can't see that. You guys can't see. Just dang, that's a patch. That's a patch. I've never actually patched. It did help good, and I was watching the VU meter to make sure it wasn't like over in the red because I've discerned that my amp is just turned up so daggum loud that whatever I play through like my stereo speakers is a lie, and whatever comes over my headphones is what I need to believe. And so, yeah, I had everything basically. Wanda is still not turned all the way up. She's very loud. She's a very loud synthesizer. And what do I eat with my cereal? I don't eat cereal. I don't eat breakfast. I eat dinner. I eat once a day. All right. Well, anyway, so I don't know how to end the stream on that note because I was busy jamming out, and that wasn't an intent. I actually had more intent to build, and that be the end of it. But I am very grateful you guys hung out and got to see the tour of the back. That was kind of cool. As to the YouTube side tour, that one's going to get a little bit of extra. That's going to get a little nicer tour. I'm going to use my HD camera up here and do a 4K tour of the back. So if you're a YouTube follower, you're like Scruff Dog, you'll get to see what the back of this thing looks like in HD. I'm going to try to do the 4K. Yeah, there's a red button for that. I know it. But yeah, so the next video I'm gonna try. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say the next video because I gotta do the live build of this thing. This is tomorrow, and so I'm gonna do this one. I'm still waiting on the modulation station, which takes up it's 60 centimeters, and I don't have a measurement that big. Let's see, what does that look like? So we'll go, let's see, there's 10. Well, let me use the edge of my mat. That'd be smart, right? That way I'm not just guessing. So 10, and 20, 30, oh shit, 40, oh, it's as big. This mat is 60 centimeters. So it's the size of my green mat, wide, plus the height of this thing, the height of this module. For those of you on TikTok that can't see what I'm looking at, that mat, that's a module, that's a Bessie, isn't it? That's gonna take up this whole my whole camera view. That's going to take up the whole camera view for once. What's over here on this notification here? Somebody left me a voicemail. Well, I'm sorry I don't answer my phone for people that I know, much less people I don't know. So anyway, you guys take it easy. The YouTube video, the builder stream will be as, you know, just the thing tomorrow. But then the modulation station is on the way. Give it another week or two. That'll be the next builder's live stream. But the next video, just straight up upload. I'm going to try to do a 4K tour with the nice camera up here, the other one. And go behind the, I mean, I already got the fabric off and I can leave it off. I might as well go ahead and do that and do a tour of how it's looking maybe now and then after the modulation station. But at the same time, I halfway want to wait until that gets here so that I can just fill in the bottom, because it's going to take up the very last empty space here on the bottom of the rack. So what do you think, Scruff? Do you think I should do a tour now or wait and just like or wait till that bottom? Because once the modulation station is done, at that point I would just be getting modules for effects. I wouldn't be getting them out of necessity. I don't have an LFO is the reason I got the thing. I got everything I needed to create a patch chain. And I figured outside of the only thing outside of the patch chain is this safety valve so far and the splashback delay. Those two are not part of the actual chain. But I needed a VCA. Oh, you think wait? Cool. I'll do that. I'll wait then. So then the next video will be a minute. It'll be well, it's a race. It's going to be a race. What gets here first? JLC PCB with my LED modules, or this thing has a face on it. I just noticed that. This thing has a face on it. Where's the camera? Look at this. I know as I say look at this as I mess around. There we go. There's an actual face on this little bitty board. There's a lot of detail in this in these modules, in case you guys want to see that. Place jacks this side. Anyway, so yeah, the live stream tomorrow is at 3 p.m. Central Time, which is whatever 3 hours ago, 3.5 hours ago, wherever you're at now. But tomorrow, and then the next build is either going to be the LED modules. I don't know. I still want to wait to do that. I've got that oscilloscope. Where's that thing? Did I lose it again? No, I didn't. This thing, Scruff. It's almost been a year. I've had this almost a year now. It's about time. April, I believe I saw April 27th. I think that's what the date was. I'll have to go back and double check. So April 27th, I'm going to 1 year anniversary, because I'm going to actually make it a goof. I'm going to time lapse it instead of builder's live stream. I'm going to time lapse build this thing, and then before I get started, I'm going to be like, I'm going to go and find the function generator video and the section where I say, all right, in the next video, I'm going to build this oscilloscope kit. Because I know I said that. I said in the next video about 70 videos ago. So I'm going to go in there and crop that section out where it says in the next video, and then I'm going to put in one eternity later and then skip to a time lapse. With the date, I might have to put like the date there on next to it so people can see, like, has it really been a year sitting just on the shelf? And by then, Scruff knows this because we talk a lot. But for you on TikTok don't know, I've actually got an oscilloscope. So I don't need to put it together anymore. I bought it because I needed a scope. And I've had it so long that I had time to save up and buy one. I'm going to start modding mine for less interference. Yo, that's not a bad idea. If you come up with some mods between now and when I put this together, maybe it'd be a good idea to implement them as I'm building it. That might be a fun thing to do, right? But anyway, so it's been a year. I should have put this together already. I'm ashamed of myself. Oh my god. All right, mental note. It's going. It's going. It's gone. It's going behind my. It'll go behind the soldering pencil. That way I can. My eyeballs can see it. But anyway, I hope you guys have a really great evening. That was a lot of fun to play on. I'm glad I got a multiple now because the multiple allowed me. I was literally playing a 2-note chord sequenced, and then I had a third oscillator droning. That's all it was doing. Just that was the drone. The so I had 3 oscillators out of my 5 oscillators going, and I can. The dual buffered multiple will allow me to do up to 4. So, oh wait, that's only if I'm keying up the CV and the gate. If I'm only doing, say, the CV, I could input CV into the top one, put one of the outputs into the input of the second one, and then I'd have 6 outputs. 4, I'd have 7 outputs. Perks of synthesis. Anyway, so I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you guys have a good evening, and I will see you on the next stream tomorrow or whenever. And hope you guys take care.